I obviously need to know a lot about microcontrollers, different microcontrollers, about basically any parts that can be connected to it. Yeah, about soft skills, as you guys already mentioned, communication, ability to read code, to understand code. Probably it would be better to know English and maybe German, because as far as I know, there are a lot of German enthusiasts about embedded engineering, and they consider it a very important direction of science, say like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Да.
Hmm.
Мгм. Мгм. GraphQL, может быть. Мгм.
Okay, so let's then start with the first group that came back from the breakout room, and the other groups, please listen carefully so as not to repeat a lot, but just to add to what other people said. Maybe agree or disagree. Alexei, over to you. You wanted to start.
As for me, well, it's kind of interesting because me and Philip are, in some sense, have the opposite career choices. Because initially I planned to go for a system administrator job, to work with hardware, computer hardware in particular, because I just happen to like fiddling with it. And Philip's career choices are software engineering for Android with Java and Kotlin. As for skills needed here, we seem to agree on that, an open mind is required to accept new technologies, and also perhaps critical thinking to determine what's well and ill designed, and what can be beneficial and harmful to performance. As for Sergei, he chose an educational career, and one of the key points there was that to teach someone, one has to be able to learn something themselves. And well, I tend to agree with him.
Absolutely true. Thank you. Philip and Sergei, do you have something to add to what Alexei summarized?
No, not really. He pretty much accurately got it.
Okay, thank you very much, Alexei and the whole group for the discussion. Now let's return to room one. Ivan, Alexei, Anastasia, what is the result of your discussion?
We are all engineers. Yeah, the future engineers. I'm PHP developer, backend side. Ivan Stepa won't be a DevOps engineer and also learn backend side, Nest.js and MongoDB. And Anastasia, for now, she's an embedded engineer. She's working with controllers and other mechanical parts of other mechanical parts. Yeah. Maybe that's it about our
Okay,
discussion.
and what skills are necessary for all your the directions in engineering?
The main skill we discussed that all of us must have an intermediate or upper intermediate level of English and maybe of Germany.
German.
German, yes. Also be communicable and have good skills in reviewing of code. Yeah.
Okay. Так, just can't be able to review codes. Okay. Thank you. Ivan, Anastasia, is that it, or do you want to add something? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alexei and Ivan and Anastasia. Then room 3, Evgeny, Timofey, what are your findings?
Evgeny said that she wants to be a system analyst, so it's about work with big data, with business, some sort of thing like what should company do in different situations based on all this data that they have. So
Okay. What skills are necessary?
well, of course, it's about like critical thinking and well, it's the most important one. Just another skills rotated around critical thinking.
Okay,
And,
great.
well, maybe it's also noticing something that can be not so clear for everyone, like some patterns.
Okay, thank you. Timothy, and final group 4, who was there? Konstantin probably, or and Bogdan, yeah?
Yeah.
So what are your career choices? What skills do you need?
So I think I agree with all previous
Speakers.
thoughts speakers, yes. And maybe add logical thinking, maybe if логическое мышление.
Logical. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And be very patient when you do something. You need concentrate on task to understand what you do now, what you need to do in the next step, and remember what you have at current moment.
Okay.
It's I think important in programming and in projecting microprocessors. As for me,
Okay.
in programming, you need to remember what functions you have and what you created.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Konstantin. Yeah, Ivan, you wanted to add something? Okay, yeah. Mhm. Persist, no, so yeah, persistence. Okay, then let it be like now. Good, thank you very much. So then let's move on, and now let's see what other people say about their careers and some skills which are required in their jobs. In Unit 2, you have we're going to watch a TED Talk by a professional musician, Derek Sivers, and former circus clown. So please read this short information about his talk. That's exercise 1, and discuss 3 questions based on the input. So I will ask you to do that. This will be just, I will put it in the chat. Exercise 1, page 19. Please do it in small groups. Remember that everybody should have an opportunity to speak. I would even create 5 pairs so that you will communicating as much as possible. Read the text, discuss the questions. You have 7 minutes for that.
Hello. We need firstly read the text. Так. Є. Да. Книжка є з першого дня. І там хтось з одногрупників, так би мовити, вкрав звідкілясь, бо в нас не відкривалась. Так пішло поширення. Как он? Ну это да. Особенно сейчас у нас это... Да. Вот так вот запланировала, потом бац, вот эта баллистика прилетела. Добрый вечер. Да-да-да. Недавно этот, блядь... позавчера, по-моему. Я даже сфотать смог этот фронт, блядь. It's sent maybe. It's maybe sent on lights. Yeah, it's maybe it's it was sandstorm, but it was very высоко. Yeah. Yeah. And in that day, I just watching videos, but my friend sent me a message. Бля, что на улице? Yeah. And I watching in open window and watching this shit. Photo it and just 1 second and thinking we need back home our plans what was on ahead of house just for прогулять рассаду, короче, этот выгулять. No, we have a private house, and my mother come to sister's room, and I go outside to showing photo, and she asked me, "Where are this?" I point on I point on a window and think, там, блядь, на улице. And we, yeah, this was very, and yeah, and we going to go back plans for saving it because, but I don't remember what it was. Pepper. I think it's too early to plant it in land, and yeah, I think it's better. And maybe tomatoes. I just don't remember. Private house. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At next day I was watching what with cherry, and yeah, and maybe it's normal, but I hope it's normal. Yeah, it's it was too small to broke from this wind. It's but flowers. It was full of flowers before storm, and not all was not all, but maybe I hope most of flowers was опыленные. Я даже не представляю, как это. Ну-ка. Опыленные. Что пчелы уже работу свою сделали. Pollinated. Pollinated. Yeah. I use translator. Мгм. М, Very good. I hope we I hope we get a cherry without bugs in this year. Well, from this cherry, because all they just мушка, короче, какая-то, она откладывает личинки в черешне, в самих плодах. И вот эта вся червивая была. Ну, по сути-то да, в итоге. Ну, it's yeah, and this main problem. This was very powerful компот. It's maybe you. Yeah. Э, А оно отображается? М. Я думал, она может просто как извне посмотреть, так как этот на паря над лабиринтом. Мгм. Да, на наше личное пространство, да. Мгм. Ну, я, собственно, ни разу не видел, получается, чтобы кто-то заходил. Ага.
From the exercise, do you like to plan ahead for things you want to do in your life? If so, what kind of things? Who wants to share? Just open microphone.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Make God laugh. Tell him about your plans or something like plan yet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Schedule is American English, schedule is British English. Guinea pig? Oh, guinea pig. Guinea. Mm-hmm. Да. Мгм. Okay, thank you, Ivan. Alexei, what did you want to say?
I wanted to say that I used to plan ahead, but after a number of set plans were ruined due to forces beyond my control, I stopped doing that. That said, I think it depends on if the plans are long-term or short-term ones, because the short-term plans are more likely to be to succeed. If
Mhm.
it's something like visit a cafe on Sunday, then sure, why not? But
Mhm.
like planning a trip a year or half a year in advance, well, that it may not be so likely to happen.
Mhm.
I'll say that I heard the mention of schedule for planning.
Mhm.
I do keep, per se, basically just a text file with a section of to do and stuff I will most likely forget. They these things are not bound to time, so this is just my notes that that I will take into account if I'm ever bored or don't know what to do.
Mhm. Okay. Got it. Thank you. So then let's move on.
Yeah.
Do you tend to somebody else?
Yeah,
Timothy,
well,
welcome.
I'm planning almost everything in my life. Not in melancholical way, but I even planning my own death. So
Oh my God. How do you think you are going to yeah, what do you think you're going to feel if the plan is ruined? No,
it
the
will
plan
be terrible because the means to things or no, only one that I'm done something very bad and it can be changed.
that's the most extraordinary plan I have ever heard about. Planning one's own death. Hope there will be a couple of dozens of years before you implement that plan, and you will just change your mind about thinking seriously about that. Okay, but thank you for sharing. Interesting. So then next question, do you tend to tell other people about your plans and goals for the future? If yes, why? If no, why?
Well, yes,
Why?
2 cases. Bogdan was shocked when he heard that.
Pardon, I didn't get it, Timothy. Could you please explain?
Well, first thing, when people can help me with my goals or plans, as I said on previous lesson.
Okay.
So like, if that's not the case, I tend to like maybe tell something that hit me up, like motivating me, and that's not about a good responses. Almost every time it was something bad about what I'm doing.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, so
different things. So I think that if some humans can't help you with something, okay,
Yeah, just don't
they
need to
can
tell them.
criticize you at least. They can motivate you. Well, it can lead to bad.
It can discourage you. Discourage you, yes. And just,
No, it can discourage not me. It can discourage other people.
ah,
For
okay.
me, it works perfectly. So
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Then let's move on to the next question. Do you think Derek Sivers originally had specific plans for his career? Why? Why not? Sergey Zgadov, you're welcome. Oh, you raised your hand and then
So I think because he was businessman, he must to have some plans to develop his business, to brought out his deal. So I think yes, he does.
okay. Thank you. So now let's move on basically to the keywords from the TED Talk that we are going to watch in a couple of minutes. Exercise 2. First, guess the meanings of the words and then match the words with their definitions. Please do it individually. You have 5 minutes for that.
What are we doing again?
hello, my friend. We are doing second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so what does it mean to acknowledge? Anastasia.
To show you recognize something.
Thank you. Then second, to be motivated. What is that? Evgenia Mikhrikov.
Enthusiastic and determined to succeed.
Thank you. Philip, conventional wisdom. Please explain.
Conventional wisdom is some information, some knowledge that's widely known and widely agreed on.
Okay, thank you. Then mind. What meaning do we have of mind here? Alexei Spasivtsev.
It's the brain or imagination.
Thank you. Then commitment, Bogdan.
One second. I suppose it would be to letter C, but I mix it up with this sentence. To show you recognize something would be right.
Well, check what part of speech commitment is. A verb or a noun? And then
It's a noun. It's a noun. So it's a letter E, a promise or dedication to something.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So then delay gratification. Alexei Pestov.
To wait for some time before expecting satisfaction.
Okay, thank you. So now let's move on to the TED Talk itself. Keep your goals. Watch the first complete the summary of the TED Talk with the words given above. Then we will watch it and you will check your answers. And please post your answers in the chat, like number and the word.
I don't understand what task.
Exercise 1, page 20. You have a summary of the TED Talk here, but before we watch it, guess where the words above should go. Plans, proofs, secret, suggestion, and test.
I have sent it.
Thank you, Philip. Good. So we have number of answers already, and they are all unanimous, I would say. Thank you. Well, let's also look through exercise 2, because by watching the TED Talk, you will be able to do that as well. Choose the correct option to complete the sentences. Here you don't need to send your answers to the chat, just read the sentences. Thank you. Ready? Can we start watching?
Yeah.
Okay. So while watching, please check the summary, and that's exercise 1, and choose the correct option in exercise 2.
Everyone, please think of your biggest personal goal. Okay, for real. You take a second, you got to feel this to learn it. Take a few seconds and think of your personal biggest goal. Okay? Imagine deciding right now that you're going to do it. Imagine telling someone that you meet today what you're going to do. Imagine their congratulations and their high image of you. Doesn't it feel good to say it out loud? Don't you feel one step closer already, like it's already becoming part of your identity? Well, bad news. You should have kept your mouth shut, because that good feeling now will make you less likely to do it. The repeated psychology tests have proven that telling someone your goal makes it less likely to happen. Anytime you have a goal, there are some steps that need to be done, some work that needs to be done in order to achieve it. Ideally, you would not be satisfied until you'd actually done the work. But when you tell someone your goal and they acknowledge it, psychologists have found that it's called a social reality. The mind is kind of tricked into feeling that it's already done. And then because you've felt that satisfaction, you're less motivated to do the actual hard work necessary. So this goes against the conventional wisdom that we should tell our friends our goals, right? So they hold us to it, yeah. So let's look at the proof. 1926, Kurt Lewin, founder of social psychology, called this substitution. 1933, Vera Mahler found when it was acknowledged by others, it felt real in the mind. 1982, Peter Goblitzer wrote a whole book about this, and in 2009, he did some new tests that were published. It goes like this. 163 people across 4 separate tests. Everyone wrote down their personal goal. Then half of them announced their commitment to this goal to the room, and half didn't. And then everyone was given 45 minutes of work that would directly lead them towards their goal, but they were told that they could stop at any time. Now, those who kept their mouth shut worked the entire 45 minutes on average, and when asked afterwards, said that they felt that they had a long way to go still to achieve their goal. But those who had announced it quit after only 33 minutes on average, and when asked afterwards, said that they felt much closer to achieving their goal. So, if this is true, what can we do? Well, you could resist the temptation to announce your goal. You can delay the gratification that the social acknowledgement brings, and you can understand that your mind mistakes the talking for the doing. But if you do need to talk about something, you can state it in a way that gives you no satisfaction. Such as, I really want to run this marathon, so I need to train 5 times a week and kick my ass if I don't, okay? So audience, next time you're tempted to tell someone your goal, what will you say? Exactly, well done.
Okay, so how, as for the summary, were your answers correct, or is there some change necessary? Yeah, all 5 words were chosen correct in the correct way. What about the options in exercise 2? How did you complete the sentences?
Less likely to happen first.
Okay, thank you, Timothy. Then second, let it be Alexei Spasivts.
Yeah, also less motivated to do the hard work necessary.
Thank you. And number 3, Konstantin.
Shouldn't share our goals.
Okay, thank you. So now in exercise 3, you will watch, for exercise 3, you will watch the TED Talk again and decide which sentence is not true about the 2009 psychology test. And also, please look through exercise 4. Tick the suggestions that Derek Sivers makes while watching the TED Talk for the second time. So look through the tasks first, 3 and 4. And then we will watch again. Okay, are you ready? Can we start watching? Yeah,
Yes.
hope so. Okay. Sorry, I will rewind to the necessary part for exercise 3.
Let's look at the proof. 1926, Kurt Lewin, founder of social psychology, called this substitution. 1933, Vera Mahler found when it was acknowledged by others, it felt real in the mind. 1982, Peter Goblitzer wrote a whole book about this, and in 2009, he did some new tests that were published. It goes like this. 163 people across 4 separate tests. Everyone wrote down their personal goal. Then half of them announced their commitment to this goal to the room, and half didn't. And then everyone was given 45 minutes of work that would directly lead them towards their goal, but they were told that they could stop at any time. Now, those who kept their mouth shut worked the entire 45 minutes on average, and when asked afterwards, said that they felt that they had a long way to go still to achieve their goal. But those who had announced it quit after only 33 minutes on average, and when asked afterwards, said that they felt much closer to achieving their goal. So, if this is true, what can we do? Well, you could resist the temptation to announce your goal. You can delay the gratification that the social acknowledgement brings, and you can understand that your mind mistakes the talking for the doing. But if you do need to talk about something, you could state it in a way that gives you no satisfaction. Such as, I really want to run this marathon, so I need to train 5 times a week and kick my ass if I don't, okay? So audience, next time you're tempted to tell someone your goal, what will you say? Exactly, well done.
So what are your what is your answer to exercise 3? Which sentence is not true?
That's E.
Thank you, Alexei. Does everybody agree, or do you have another view? Yeah, that's actually not true. And what about exercise 4? Which suggestions does Derek Sivers make? Please post the letters in the chat. So, mostly B, some people say D, somebody said C. Okay. In fact, there should be 3 answers. A false, D may be true. Take the suggestions that Derek Sivers makes. Let's watch the 3rd part once again to check your answers and just to have more or less unanimous decision on that. Second, yes, 226.
So, if this is true, what can we do? Well, you could resist the temptation to announce your goal. You can delay the gratification that the social acknowledgement brings, and you can understand that your mind mistakes the talking for the doing. But if you do need to talk about something, you can state it in a way that gives you no satisfaction. Such as, I really want to run this marathon, so I need to train 5 times a week and kick my ass if I don't, okay? So audience, next time you're tempted to tell someone your goal, what will you say? Exactly, well done.
So what do you think this time? Which suggestions? B was mentioned, right?
B, D, C.
Yes, B, C, and D, 3 options were mentioned. Okay, so now let's discuss the content actually of this talk. Questions in exercise 3. What is Derek Sivers' main claim? Does this match your own experiences? What do you think of his suggestions? Do they make sense to you? And have you ever done all the things he suggests? So I will recreate the breakout rooms. You will have, let's say, 5 minutes to discuss, and then we will have.
Sorry, repeat about what we need discuss.
That's exercise 5, 3 questions here.
5. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
Hi. Well, I didn't have much goals in my life back in the days. So when it comes to my goal, as I said before, I ask for help or have some criticizing on my side from people. Like I can predict when somebody will say shit about me, and I like craving for it. So almost always I doing everything like yeah. Maybe once, but well, it's because not that I like can't achieve it, just because I change my goal. So I just crave for something more in this life than small goals. Like she said, don't tell it, or if you tell, you must like ask for help, or have no gratification for it. Like that's all things that I do mostly in my life.
Welcome back, everyone. So what happened?
Out before we finish discussing.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry about.
we didn't
sorry about.
discuss the last question, actually. Yeah.
No, that's not a big problem. We can do that now as a whole group. So what did you decide is Derek Siver's main claim? Does this match your own experiences? Group 1, for example, Bogdan, what did your group decide?
So we decide the main claim. It's of course your own mouse that can speak about your goals. So Derek Sivers, based on the studies, describe to us the problem that we have in nowadays. So so the main claim is you should to shut up if you want to really achieve the goals, if you don't need the help from other people. And I want to that other guys from my group, my teammates, answer the second question in this first question. Does this match your own experience? So,
Okay.
guys, help me, please.
And to the end, we told them, well, at least I told them, that I don't think that those claims are, those points are anywhere near valid, because like there is a kind of people that are very boastful, that like to tell about their like very huge insane plans all of the time.
Mhm.
But that's just a personality trait, and that kind of people will always act like this.
Mhm.
And people who just sometimes tell about some plans, sometimes don't. It really doesn't matter. Like, and again, it's proven by some little social experiment, and it's not a very good way to measure such things, because society is like a very big and complex structure, and
Mhm.
it's way more complex than just like group of like 50 people that try some experiment.
Okay, thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, Alexei?
and also from the first group, so from my side, I didn't agree with Derek Silver's
Suggestions?
suggestions, yeah, because I didn't tell my plans to other people, my real and main plans. I
Mhm.
tell the other people only small and short plans that isn't matter, actually isn't matter for me. You know, it's like something on the next day or on
Mhm.
this week. It's very short plans.
Short term.
Short term, yeah, short term plans. So, and even with short plans, when I tell about it, I didn't feel less motivation or other negative emotions. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. So that was group 2, covering almost all questions at once. The other groups, what do you think about Derek's suggestions? Do they make sense to you?
I think. Oh, you can go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And do you support this opinion? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Alexei, what did you want to say?
I think that the truth here is in the middle ground. Yes, telling people about your plans would psychologically make you feel closer to achieving them and motivate you less. But not telling anyone about them and working on them alone, this might just make you feel lonely working towards achieving your goals. And feeling lonely might also motivate you less. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess the truth is in the golden middle ground.
Okay, thank you. Any other thoughts on that? So I would say that sharing your plans with someone can be both motivating and demotivating for some people. Not only negative effect might be felt if you share your plans with someone, then those other people will be a kind of observers who will motivate you, even intrinsically, so to say, not openly, to do something, to achieve something. So if you have said that, then if you're a man of a word, then you will have to do that. And this might be helpful in some cases.
Who
While,
knows?
yeah.
Personal goals might become common ones.
Yeah, maybe. So it really depends on the personality, on the surrounding, on the environment where you share your goals, and on the goal itself. So the different things matter and influence the situation. I would say there is no one answer fitting all situations. Well, so this is it for today. Thank you for taking part in the discussions. I really appreciated that you are open and you are eager to communicate with your group mates. It's really nice thing for an English class.
Yeah.
For you,
Can you remind us, please, what exactly is needed to get Zalik on this?
okay, I will probably, I will not put it into just 2 words. I will have to make a list of the assignments in the Google Classroom for you to refer to.
Yeah, sure.
You have a credit, right? Not an exam for this.
Yeah, credit. And
Yes.
and it's not a big deal if I skipped 1 or 2 lessons before, right? Like
Before not, but hope you will be there with us.
yeah, I'm trying, but like I
following
have
us.
to skip.
Okay, yeah, I understand that there might be circumstances. So I will post your home assignment in the Google Classroom. It will be mostly about revision of grammar for future, speaking about goals, and some critical thinking content as well. So this is it from me for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Please stay safe. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you. Goodbye.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.